Something from the way back folk music scene on this week's show from Christine Lavin. The Kind of Love You Never Recover From is a favorite of her peers. I know this because it appears on both tribute albums that were put out a few years back. This week on Acoustic Alternatives, it's the original from Christine Lavin. Amy Petty's The Darkness of Birds was produced in Bay City, Michigan by Andy Reid, and I personally was lucky enough to have heard all the songs on this record in their pure acoustic form before Andy and Amy transformed them into the brilliant tracks that they are on the record. The Other Way is based on the parable of two sons who spend their inheritance differently, but like any good story song, if you didn't know that, you might relate to it in a different way. What is the other way to you? Raul Malo has a voice that multiple generations can appreciate. In fact, it is one of the few crossover points my father and I have musically. He's back working with the band The Mavericks, who've just released a foreign language album. This week you heard one from one of his solo albums, done even more solo than on the album today. It was Every Little Thing About You. Liz Longley has some of my absolute favorite songs of the last decade. She's an excellent songwriter and really gets to me with the way she phrases things. Torture, which we heard this week, will be on her new album Funeral for My Past. And this week you heard a newly recorded version of the song that is just gorgeous. Her emails tell me that she wants to work with an orchestra on an album or perhaps a show someday. This week and next I will feature the songwriting of Justin Currie, mainly because I discovered he released an album a couple of years ago I didn't know about until last month. I was always a fan of his band Delamitri, and the solo work is good too. This is the first of two today, an older song called Can't Let Go of Her on Acoustic Alternatives.